Fifth graders, you are loaded with so many amazing stories just in your experiences in your lives. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to find some of those stories by using turning points. So turning points are going to they're going to require just a little bit of explanation, but you'll get the hang of it. As always, I would recommend you put these in some sort of notebook or some sort of place just where you can get back at them. For me, I'd put them in my writing workshop notebook. So, when I talk turning points, what I'm really talking about are first, last, and moments of realization. And what you might want to think of them as is it's a moment where you hit, like if you were in a car and you reached an endpoint and you had to go one direction or the other. That's your turning point. If you go one way, something happens. If you go a different way, something else happens. So, some of the turning points that we experience in our lives are firsts. So, the first time something happened, or lasts, the last time something happened, or just a really important moment that you realized something. So let me give you some examples. I'm going to pop out of here just so I can type these. So first, if I start making a list just of first times I remember doing anything. If I were one of you, I might say first day of middle school. Now, I also had my own experiences with the first day of middle school, so I would definitely keep that in there. One of my most important firsts that I think of right away was the first time I saw each of my sons when they were born. First time I actually got to see them. You kind of know them for 9 months, but then you finally see them. It's pretty neat, actually. Firsts. I can still remember my first day teaching. I remember that quite well. I remember the first time I rode on an airplane. Ooh, that gives me another idea. I can think of the first time I piloted an airplane. That was fun. I remember the first time I rode a two-wheel bike without training wheels. I would just go through and I can just keep plugging in as many firsts as I can. They may not all be great stories that I want to write about, but they might be. You never know, and one idea might generate another. Lasts. Well, let's see here. I remember the last day of in-person school in 2019, March 13th, which was a Friday. I'll always remember that. I remember that. I remember the last time I saw my grandpa before he passed away. Unfortunately, the last tend to be can be kind of sad. They don't always have to be, because now let's make me think of the last time I saw my dog before she passed away. Oh, I got to come up with some better ones here. I can remember the last time I sat in the student section for a Badger basketball game. It was rowdy. So those are great examples of lasts. Moments of realization. So moments of realization are, it's not necessarily a first or a last, but it's a moment you realize something and it changes you. It makes you go off into a different direction. It may not be a huge difference, but a little bit. So moments of realization. I remember one of the biggest ones was when I wanted to become a teacher. That moment of realization that I found out I was going to be a dad. That was a really exciting one. Moments of realization. I'm going to go back to the one with my grandpa because it's a little different. It's different than the last time, but I remember the moment that I realized he unfortunately passed of cancer. But the moment I realized that grandpa would not survive cancer. It was a different event, but I certainly remember that moment of realization. There's lots of different moments of realization. So in any of these, you'd go through, you'd make your list, and again, you might want to go in and maybe put a star or highlight the ones that really stick out to you. But you'll have an opportunity to stop and talk. You might touch on each of these and just talk a little bit about them. And sometimes that's enough just to jog your memory of what a good story might be that you might be able to work from. So go ahead and try it. Try a turning point. List those firsts, lasts, and moments of realization and see where it takes you. Good luck.